we have a problem where we're going to be factoring with a coefficient, okay? What that means is it has a number in front of my x squared. So what we do is what I call the triangle pyramid here. I make my pyramid. At the top of the pyramid, I put my numbers. 2 times 11, I get 22. Now, inside of the pyramid, I'm going to list my factors of 22. I have 1 times 22, and I have 2 times 11. My goal is this middle term. The only way for me to get 23 is a positive 1, and a positive 22. So what I'm going to do is split this up. 2x squared, I'm going to split this up, plus 1x, plus 22x, and then plus 11. So all I did was split that 23x into 2 different terms. Now I have 4 terms. Every time you have 4 terms, we group. We group the first 2, group the last 2. In my first set of parentheses, I need to pull out what I can pull out. In this case, I can pull out an x. Therefore, when I pull out an x, I'm left with 2x plus 1. Do not forget that 1. I want 2x plus 1 here. I don't need to change the sign, so I know I need to pull out a positive something. And the only thing I can pull out is 11. Therefore, when I pull out that 11, I'm left with 2x plus 1. Here is one term. Here is another term. They both have 2x plus 1. So that's what I'm pulling out. So if I pull out a 2x plus 1 here, I'm left with x. If I pull it out here, I'm just left with my plus 11. So we get 2x plus 1 and x plus 11 as our answer. So we do the pyramid, then we group and solve. Number 2. We have 8x squared plus x minus 9. Okay, we cannot pull anything out. We look at the front of our x squared. We have a number, so we make our pyramid. At the top of the pyramid, we put our 8 times 9. I get 72. Now, on the inside of 72, I'm going to list my factors. I have 1 times 72. I have 2 times 36. I have 3 times 24. I have 4 times, 18. No 5. 6 times 12. No 7. 8 times 9. Okay, so there's all my factors. My goal is to get a positive 1. The only way out of all those options to get a positive 1 is an 8 and a 9. I need to make sure that 8 is negative to get a positive 1. So now I'm going to split this up. 8x squared minus an 8x, I'm splitting this up, plus a 9x minus a 9. Okay, then now I have 4 terms. So I group the first 2, group the last 2. In my first set of parentheses, I ask myself, what can I pull out? I can pull out an 8x. Now if I pull out an 8x, I'm left with x minus 1. Do not forget that 1. Okay, I want x minus 1 here. I don't need to change their sign. There's already a minus there. So I need to pull out a positive something. I can pull out a 9. Therefore, when I pull out that 9, I'm left with x minus 1. Here's a term. Here's a term. They both have x minus 1, so that's what I'm going to pull out. If I pull out an x minus 1 here, I'm left with 8x. If I pull it out here, I'm left with plus 9. So we get x minus 1 and 8x plus 9 as my answer, which is choice A. And lastly, number 3 here. We have 6x to the second plus 5x minus 6. All right, now we ask ourselves, can I pull anything out? No. So then I make my pyramid. 6 times 6, I get 36. Now we list our factors of 36. 1 times 36. 2 times 18. 3 times 12. 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. My goal is to get a positive 5. Out of all those options, the only way for me to get a positive 5 is using 4 and 9, where my 4 must be negative for those to add together to get a positive 5. So what I'm going to do is split up this 5x. So I have 6x squared, then I'm splitting it up. Minus 4x plus 9x, and then I still have minus 6. Now I have 4 terms, so I group the first 2, group the last 2. In my first set of parentheses, I ask myself, what can I pull out? In this case, I can pull out a 2 and an x. So if I pull out a 2 and an x, I'm left with 3x minus 2. Okay, I want 3x minus 2 here. My sign is minus, so I need to pull out something that's positive. A 9 and a 6, I can pull out a 3. So when I pull out a 3, I'm left with 3x minus 2. That is my goal. Here is one term. Here is one term. Here is another term. They both have 3x minus 2. Therefore, if I pull out a 3x minus 2 here, I'm left with 2x. If I pull it out here, I'm left with plus 3. So we get 3x minus 2 times 2x plus 3 as my final answer, which is choice D.